Hello and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm Rayleen Kable. I'm your host for Soul Talk today. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a divine day, night, evening, everywhere. Everywhere. It's a beautiful energy. Now, today, I really wanted to do something special for all of you, and that is doing a little bit of a read for you all as a collective. I was sitting waiting for my wonderful producer, Dave, to get me all ready, and all of a sudden, Spirit just brought this beautiful message in about really just connecting. So today, I'm going to do a bit of a, I've already laid the cards out prior, so we are ready to go. We are a go. And this is just to help you along the way with maybe what Spirit's trying to bring through for us all as well. I've had a very busy week. I can tell you some beautiful things are happening. I'm still in my warm clothes, so it's still not quite warm enough here in Australia. So, but I am getting there. And yeah, so it's been quite a beautiful week for myself. I hope your week's been fantastic. And I hope above all, is that you've kept your vibration up higher. I love my talk, Soul Talk, because that's what I really want to do. I want to talk to people on a soul level. You know, as I know that we all are connected, and, you know, the more that we can keep that beautiful connection alive, keep our energy up, keep everyone around us up. You know, sometimes we may be in a beautiful space, but those we love may not be going through that same space. So if we hold that space of being absolutely present in the now and connected, we give them a sense of strength to be able to find within themselves. And that's what I often find, is that it's really important that we realize that we affect everything as those around us affect everything. So when I talk from the soul, excuse me, I put my hair down and look what happens. It goes in my face. It's a bad hair day. Just joking, everybody. But I hope this week and today's show, I can bring some true what I would call true intuition through for you. I have drawn 4 cards, and I do use the Mythic Tarot deck. So that's a deck that I've been using for many, many years, and it's a great, I should put a plug, but I haven't got my book in front of me to tell you the creators, but whoever created them, and I will share that next week, maybe, sorry, it's a fantastic deck, and I feel very comfortable when I work with it. Now, I'm not known as a tarot reader, but I do use my cards. I've got several tools. I have Christabella, and I think I showed Christabella in one of my shows, or maybe not. I'll just show you again. And Christabella, my friends, is Australia. She's very famous here in Australia. She's done many an interview, many TV shows, many articles, and she works with me. So I do have a crystal ball. If ever you were wondering, I certainly do have a crystal ball. And I also have the Mythic Tarot deck, and also the medicine deck that I work with. So there's some of the tools that I work with when I'm doing my work one-on-one with my clients. And you don't want to know how many crystals I have. I think I have every crystal that exists, but I do. So let's have a look and see what Spirit has brought through today, because I think that is most important. And it's funny because as I was shuffling my deck, I just felt this sense of, okay, Spirit, whatever's really meant to be divinely shared with the universe and to be shared with our audience today, please bring it forward. So it is, on a practical level, quite a beautiful reading, and it is showing us that we actually have an opportunity right now to really think abundance, to think that we are able to get where we want to go. And that means on a financial level, maybe it's a really good time to start thinking outside of the box, you know, the 10 of Pentacles, just to show you. So when I see the 10 of Pentacles come up in a read for myself or for my clients, I see that as a time of abundance and a time of manifesting, a time of bringing in what you're needing right now. And, you know, for some of you, you may be saying that may be a new job, a new house, a relocating, a new wardrobe, it may be a new, you know, car, whatever it be. And, you know, sometimes we do limit ourselves as humans. We do limit our prospects and what we can be and have and what we can create. So when I looked at that being the first card, I thought that was really, really so important at the moment on a conscious level to maybe be more aware of what you can manifest and bring into your world. So it is about being able to be able, to rise above and go beyond the old belief maybe of that you aren't able to get a new job or that you aren't able to manifest the finances that you need. If you're a person that's running from that old system, maybe I would say to you, it's a beautiful time in your life to maybe, you know, start again and say, no, hang on, that was my life and this is what I've done, but now it's time to manifest. And if I don't know how to manifest, I'm going to create that vibration so I do know. So it's time. It's a really beautiful time to become really aligned with your own soul and ask yourself, how do I get to that next stage? If I want to buy a new car and I haven't got the money, how do I do that? Ask your soul. Your soul will never lie. Okay, so that's just the first card I wanted to share. And that's the beginning of the reading. So I always believe that, you know, what happens from the beginning is a very good sign of what's coming up over the next few, let's say, few weeks, maybe even next month, energetically. So let's put that beautiful energy out there. Let's start thinking of what we want to truly bring in and manifest on an abundant level. So let's think abundance at the moment rather than lack of or can't do or can't have. Let's think the opposite. Let's put that out in the consciousness where we can go, okay, if I'm abundant, I'm sure thousands and millions of other people can be as well. So create that space for yourself foremost, and in doing that, you're also helping the consciousness and those in the consciousness, which is me and everybody else. Okay, so next one we got was the balance, finding the balance. So I think, you know, this month or even maybe this month going into November, maybe it's time for us to all really get back into touch with, you know, finding that balance. Is something in your life out of balance? Is the bank out of balance? You know, are you spending more than what you're earning, or are you earning more and not, you know, let's say, not putting the money out in the right places? So this is a time to find, and I always love to use the inner aspect first, but this is a time to use that inner balance, you know, find that inner balance. What's not sitting right with you at the moment? And whatever it is, maybe it's time to address it and time to release it on some level. So when we have the balance card, you know, you can have the two cards that I've already, you know, shared is basically saying here that you can have what you want, but if something's out of balance, how will you attract that? How will you bring that into your world? So maybe that's what we have to look at on some level, on a conscious level. You know, what's out of balance in my life or in my world that's not allowing me to move forward or to obtain the things that I want to obtain. So this is a beautiful little message. Now, the interesting thing that has come up in the read as well, and this is a really big one, and I've spoken about the things that I feel, the three things that really hold you back in the past shows I've had, and that is fear, self-doubt, and guilt. Those three things can be certainly things that can hold you back in life, hold you back from achieving the things that you're destined to achieve. So when I look at this, the third card is actually a very, I guess, poignant card, because it is showing you, maybe on some level, or what's still going on in the consciousness, is we still have a bit of fear. We still have a bit of doubt. We still have a little bit of guilt maybe on some level as well. So when I see the particular card that's come out here, it is a reminder of releasing all those things, releasing the fear, releasing the doubt, releasing any guilt, and releasing the things that aren't serving you now. So fear has no place unless you give it a place. It's the same as hope has no place unless you give it a place. So, you know, where you put your energy, where you focus your energy, is where your energy will flow. So importantly, when I say this, and this card coming up, so what that would indicate to me, if I was doing a reading for, let's say, a one-on-one reading for somebody, I would look at that and go, okay, well, these are the things you need to work with. So because I'm doing it on a collective level, this is what we all need to work with, is releasing those fears, releasing any doubt, releasing any guilt, and just letting it go, because it's not serving now. And it's not, on a conscious level, it's not serving, you know. And I guess when we look at that, we go, okay. And the beautiful thing I've got also here is, the card of victory and success. So in summary, just briefly, the reading or the cards that have been drawn to kind of like give us a little bit of a roadmap of how we can move forward in this next month. One is believing in abundance, creating your abundance, believing in manifesting, and manifesting the things that you desire. The second one being finding that balance. Balance has a place, and without the balance, we can't always attract the things that we want. So on a conscious level, let's all do that. Let's all be more consciously aware of where we're at in our lives, because as soon as you create your peace and harmony within your own world, you actually contribute to the greater world, to the greater consciousness. And I think, when we all become so aware and more in a loving, compassionate, patient space, we actually create that for the consciousness. And look, honestly, I couldn't suggest that any more than what I have. But so it's about finding that balance for all of us now, to stop, take a deep breath, and go within and have a little look. What's going on within me? Am I feeling that balance, or am I feeling out of balance? What is troubling my inner world that's affecting my outer world? And that's how I would look at that with you. And knowing that this third card being the card of reminding us that the block may be coming from fear, may be coming from doubt, may be coming from guilt. So the key in that card, it's reminding us all to not hold on to those things that restrict us. So if your belief system is that you can't do something, you don't believe in yourself, let's change that and go, no, hang on, I'm capable of doing and being anything that I just desire to be. So maybe just changing a few things within your own belief system or in your own way of looking at yourself, will allow you to open up to that true abundance and, prosperity that's around you. And sometimes it can be right in front of us, but we just don't see it, So, and from that, being the fourth card, the victory card, is saying here, if we work with all these things as a consciousness in this next month and moving forward, not just the next month, but hey, let's keep going with that. We then create that perfect balance within ourselves that creates that perfect balance in the consciousness. So, I've really enjoyed doing this reading today for you all, because I think it's important sometimes to remember that, not everybody is coming from their psychic awareness. Not everybody has an understanding of it, but, we are in a beautiful time in the consciousness where we can redefine who we are, what we want, where we're going, what we believe in, And when we do that from this beautiful, patient, loving, compassionate space, not just for ourselves, but for those that we love, we really bring in such a beautiful energy that supports absolutely everything and absolutely everyone. Wow, I've really enjoyed doing this reading today. It's been lovely. And I have spoken about having guests on my show, so I'm looking forward. Everyone's been busy here in Australia, and so I guess we're going to have a whole influx of people coming in, but I'm really looking forward to some of my future guests who are extremely talented in the field, and I love them sharing their wisdom with you, because I believe that when we share, we're sharing not just a knowledge, but sometimes the energy. It's just the energy, and having that loving energy coming your way is a good thing. And especially when you're having maybe a day where you just go, I should have stayed in bed. I've had days like that. Don't worry. Not many, but I have had them. And maybe I should have stayed in with those days. But, every now and then I will pop a few readings in. And remember, guys, you can see me. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, man. I shouldn't do that. I embarrass myself. But I am actually on Facebook, Twitter. Not that I go on Twitter much, but I am on Twitter as well as YouTube. Oh God, Instagram. I'm all over the place. But yeah, please look me up, and I do have a website, and I think all the details are there, and just look me up. But I love just these moments where where we can just kind of like connect. And sometimes it's not about saying a lot. Sometimes, one show I'd love to do a little bit of a guided meditation with you, because I think sometimes when we do that as a collective, that also brings that beautiful balance. See, whatever's going on within internally will be affecting the outer. So always keep that in mind, peoples, because your inner world is you. That is the ultimate aspect of your amazing soul. And when you really know that, live by that, love that, nurture that, you really create a world and a life that can be truly amazing. So, it's never too late to know yourself. It's never too late. And sometimes we have to go through certain things in life to, really discover who we are, discover our strengths, discover what we're capable of, And myself personally, I've done so much soul work all my life, and I will always do soul work all my life. But I've come across some amazing people online and on YouTube and all over the place, everywhere. With some fantastic and ancient knowledge. And I always find that when we learn something new, it can really open us in different ways. But as I would also say to people, use discernment. If it doesn't feel right, well, the chances are it's not the right information for you, or it's not the right, maybe not the right information. It might be just the wrong time. It might be you're watching somebody on Facebook or YouTube, and then all of a sudden they say something that feels a little bit uncomfortable. It doesn't mean the person's bad. It might be just that bit of information not being relevant for you at that time, So, yeah, always use discernment, always use critical thinking, don't take everything as gospel, not even myself, because I think those things, when we use those different skills and remember that we are our own individual self, we actually then tap in further to our own soul's knowledge, because when we put our energy out, that's where it is. Remember, as I say, where our focus goes, energy flows. And that's a really important one to remember. So if you're going to put a lot of focus on something, maybe it's time to put that focus back on to you and make you the VIP person, because in truth, that's what we're all here to do, is to honor our own journey. And when we are in that beautiful space of knowing, and that beautiful space of contentment, and that beautiful space of peace, we then create a world around us and attract the right vibrations to us. So, I love it. I just love talking. I think you all know that by now. But most of all, I love connecting, and that's connecting with you. I've been very blessed over the many years to do several TV shows, not just, well, most of them are in Australia, yes, but they've traveled around the world, the shows. And I always said, people say to me, Rayleen, how did you get into TV? I am certainly not an actress. I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. But I'm certainly not an actress. But what I have found, and that's purely through spirit divinely guiding me, or giving me, or the opportunity coming to me. And what I love the most, and this is the most ultimate aspect of TV and radio and all those things, is that I've been able to share from my heart and soul knowledge that I could never have known, as an individual, as Rayleen, a person. So, all the time that I've done TV, radio, anything out in the public, it's been beautiful to know that I've been of true assistance on some level. Now, it may not be the knowledge that I've shared. It may be just purely the energy. And so I had this total trust in the divine, in spirit, in God, in whatever you perceive it to be. I have a total trust, and know that anything that I am doing is for the greater good. And how I perceive that, my perception of it doesn't exist. I just do and trust and know that just connecting. So the connection is what's really important in our lives, really. On some level, everything that we connect with, we affect. So I would like to think that, today, every day in my life, that I'm, connecting and affecting in the most positive way. Look, I'm a realist. I don't say that things don't happen and things aren't negative and things aren't bad, because let's be real. There's things going on all around the world in different places and spaces that are. But, my consciousness wants to stay in this beautiful space of rising above it. And that's my hope with this show, and the guests that I bring on to my show is to lift the vibration. And maybe even in that moment that you might listen to the show, it may just lift you in that moment to realize that you're so much more. And God, I can talk. I wonder sometimes, I'm sure my producer Dave is laughing at me at the moment, but I wonder if I take a breath, I will stop and take a breath. And a half an hour seems like not a long time, but I guess I've only got that many minutes going. Thank you, Dave. Today, every day, every moment of your day, make it special and love it. Love it with all your being, because when you do, it's amazing, absolutely amazing what opens up to you, what people come into your world, what, you attract on so many different levels, and it's not about judgment either. If you're going well, that's fantastic, because that's going to help somebody else go well. If somebody around you's not, love them. Love them unconditionally. Support them. Don't judge them. We don't need to judge. There's been too many judges in the world lately over the many years, and we need to stop judging. We need to stop, I guess, projecting that type of thing. Let's just project love. I do that. You'll all laugh at me, but I do actually send out love every day, every morning, every night to those in need of it, because, we all need love. In the end, love is what helps us to survive. That's how we've survived. If we didn't love one another and care for one another and show true compassion in good times and bad, we wouldn't be here, and our souls wouldn't be evolving. And I love the fact that we're all here evolving. And yes, the truth is, Jesus, it's been hard at times, but you know what? We're here, we're now, and we're in the most powerful moment now to make a change. And those changes happen with you as an individual, me, myself as an individual. But, because when you remember that although you are unique, we are all unique. We all share energy and vibration. So if each and every one of us take responsibility for our own journey and our own path and do it with, truth, we're going to make this world so much a better place. It's already happening, to be honest. In the consciousness, there's some beautiful things going on out there. We've got some amazing, beautiful souls that are, working their magic. And thank you to each and every one of them. Thank you for those who are supporting those who are doing that work. But we all make a difference, whether you're on radio or on TV or in your kitchen or sitting on your lounge or out sitting on the back step of your home. You're making a difference, and that's important. Don't ever feel that you're not, because each and every one of us contribute to the consciousness and how the consciousness will be moving forward. I do talk a lot. Look at my two beautiful crystals. I don't know if I'm going to line that. Oh, I did line that up well. And these are my two crystals that I'm working with. I work with them all the time, to be honest. I love holding my crystals in my hand and connecting with them, because I just find that they also bring a beautiful little balance into my energy. But don't forget, guys, you can see me, find me anywhere. I hope today's reading to the collective has been useful and beneficial to you on whatever level it needs to be. And as I say, we all have a role to play. And, even though you may not be a rock star or anything like that, or it doesn't matter, because everyone plays their part. And when we play it from a beautiful space, it creates such a beautiful energy and vibration for us all to live in and move around in. So I know that you're all going to say, oh my God, this girl talks. And I do, but I love talking. I love communicating. So make it a beautiful month for yourself and beyond by looking at how we can manifest and create and bring that abundance into your world. Remember, balance is the key for that as well. If we don't have inner balance, we can't have outer balance. Remember also that letting go of the fears, letting go of any doubts, any self-doubt, or anything along those lines, because they will be a sign for you that that's what's blocking your way. Okay, but remember, once you move beyond all that, we then come into success and victory. So that is the message for the reading for this show today. I am very quickly coming to an end. I can feel that. Plus, I've got a wonderful producer that lets me know. So, again, everybody, you are amazing. You will always be amazing. I will always love and nurture you as best I can with my Soul Talk show. And I do hope wherever you are keeping that beautiful, loving vibration higher. When you're having a bad day, lift that vibration higher and higher. Allow yourself to rise above any adversity that you're seeing, hearing, or experiencing, because you are looked after. But you have to look after yourself foremost, because no one can do that better than you. And, as I say, wherever you are in the world, please be kind, loving to yourself foremost, and therefore to those around you. I will bid you a beautiful evening / morning / afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I thank the wonderful team at at A1R Radio. I looked at the screen, sorry guys. But for your amazing work. Thank you guys, truly appreciate. And until next show, I will say namaste. Have the most beautiful day. And remember, you are loved, you are important, and it's time to be you, really you. Have a beautiful week, everybody. And we'll finish off until next week. See you all then. Thank you.